Welcome back to the universe of power. If this is your first time tuning in, please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. For the first half of Season 3, we have seen a lot of plot twists and things hidden in plain sight. In today's video, I will break down certain parallels and hidden details, along with my predictions for the second half of this season. Now, I'm not one to brag, but I must say, if you tuned into my previous videos about Effie and my Season 3 predictions, then you would know that I was basically spot on with most of my predictions. Since the very beginning of Power Book 2 Ghost, there have been undeniable parallels with current characters and characters of the original series. We see similar conflicts between Tariq and Brayden, just like we saw with Tommy and Ghost. Now, I'm not saying Brayden is just like Tommy in any way, shape, or form, but I do think Brayden is on a similar path that Tommy once was on. Keep in mind, we never saw Tommy's backstory, so we don't know who exactly Tommy was before he turned into the person he is today. I think after Brayden catches his first body, we will see a completely different Brayden than the person he is currently. But more on that later. It's clear that the writers are turning Lauren into an Angela-like character, and I believe Diana will be Tariq's Tasha in the long run. I think they are slowly building Tariq and Diana's relationship. My prediction is that Diana will become pregnant with Tariq's child at some point down the line. I also predict that down the line Lauren will gain interest with working in law enforcement. With all that has happened these last 2 episodes, there is one major story and future plot twist that a lot of people have forgotten. When Tariq and Effie were in Italy, Effie was able to distract the guard after Brayden was caught. Before her and Tariq left Italy, we saw Effie show Tariq a photo of a painting of Noma and Lombardi along with what seems to be their daughter. There are 2 questions that are unanswered. What made her take the photo and show it to Tariq? And how could she possibly even think that her and Tariq would even be able to locate Noma's daughter? I think there is more to this than what people think. When Effie showed the photo to Tariq, Effie tries to convince him that they would gain leverage over Noma if they were able to find the girl in the photo. Tariq then says to Effie, that means Noma just executed the father of her daughter. Effie then says to Tariq, yeah, what about it? But she says it as if she was irritated with Tariq for pointing that out. Just take a close look at Effie's facial expression. I think Effie is actually the little girl in the photo. Effie is actually Noma's daughter. If you are simple-minded or only see things one-sided, then you probably will tell me I'm completely wrong. But let's take a few things into account. At the end of last season, we saw Courtney Kemp say in Season 3 we will learn more about Effie's backstory, and she also said we will see her mother. Well, we are midway through the season and have only learned a small amount about Effie's past. I don't believe that Lombardi was her father based off of Effie's reaction when he was killed by Noma. But possibly Mecca could have been Effie's father. I think that it could be possible Noma and Effie have been working together this entire time and have bigger plans at play for Tariq that we currently aren't aware of. Think about it, how was Noma able to locate Tariq, Brayden, and Kane in episode 1? How did Noma know that Tariq would be in Italy? When we saw Noma surprise Tariq in Italy, Effie was the first person Noma looked at when she approached him at the restaurant. We see Noma say that there would be more work for everybody after Lombardi is killed. If you look closely, Noma stares directly at Effie as she says that. Let's not forget, when Tariq first tells Effie about Noma, we saw Effie question whether or not Tariq should have Brayden and the Tejadas involved. Noma is very cold-hearted, so Effie being her daughter wouldn't change that. Noma could have been granted custody of Effie and simply abandoned her, which would make sense why Effie considers herself an orphan. Effie could have been forced into the street game and planted at Choate from the very beginning. I believe when Effie texted the mystery person that the competition was out of product, the person who she messaged was actually Noma. I think the photo that Effie took of Noma, Lombardi, and their daughter is all a part of a plot to set Tariq up. Another thing to keep in mind, Mecca was Blanca Rodriguez's criminal informant. At the end of Season 2, when Mecca was killed, we saw Blanca Rodriguez say that she had one more informant. which I believe is Effie. It would explain why Blanca Rodriguez told Jenny Sullivan to forget about Effie and focus on Tariq when Jenny showed her the surveillance photo of Effie on the roof at Stansfield. Noma always had more than one set of eyes within law enforcement, and Mecca wasn't her only set. I'm about 90% sure that Effie is Noma's daughter at this point. The only other person that would make sense would be Kiki from Weston Holdings, but what do you think? Now let's get into my predictions for the rest of the season. This season started off at a slow pace, but currently things are picking up. After Lorenzo was taken out, there have been a chain reaction of things happening for the Tejadas. I originally thought that the Russians would take out Drew, but after Monet made peace with them and after Drew killed Gordo, I believe Gordo's brothers will probably end up getting rid of Drew before the season is over. It won't take long for them to figure out who killed Gordo. As I stated in my predictions before the season started, Cooper Saxe would be taken out by either Davis McLean, Tariq, or his brother. As we saw in the most recent episode, McLean's brother actually was the one to take out Cooper Saxe. I still believe that there is a dark side to Davis McLean and backstory about his past life that we currently aren't aware of. This season we were introduced to Professor Harper, the new professor at Stansfield. It's clear that her and Councilman Tate were together in the past, and both still have feelings for each other. She is the only person I have seen that has been able to get Councilman Tate to let his guard down. I believe in their next on-screen encounter we will learn new info on Councilman Tate's past that we never knew. We have seen Councilman Tate have a lot of ups and downs throughout power, and I believe that this season we will finally see Councilman Tate become governor. I have a strong feeling that once that happens we will see an appearance by Ramona. Her interaction with Tate will tell us all we need to know as far as Ghost is concerned. After a number of people in the comments told me I was completely wrong about Lauren still being alive, we actually found out this season Lauren is in fact alive. I know there has to be a few doubters out there that are now second guessing if Ghost is actually dead after this. I see Lauren's situation playing out a lot different than most think. I do not believe Jenny Sullivan and Blanca Rodriguez will be successful with the RICO case that they are building on Tariq. For one, I don't think their case will hold up in court with all the unethical and illegal tactics that they have used. We finally got to see Lauren reveal that she was alive to Effie this last episode. While some people may think that this debunks my Effie being an informant theory, I still would not rule it out quite yet. I do not think that Effie will flip on Tariq even with Kane's attempt to convince her. Keep in mind Tariq still has the audio recording of Effie confessing to Lauren murder. There are two different ways that this could play out. Either Tariq comes up with a plan that gets everyone to flip on each other, which would cause the case to completely be thrown out. Or Tariq convinces Lauren to take the stand and pretend as if she doesn't know anything, which would also cause the case to be thrown out. With the recent announcement of actor Michael Ealy joining next season as Detective Don Carter, I think that is a clear indication that the current RICO case will be dismissed. Actor Alex Lapari, who plays Effie, recently did a quick Instagram reel where she was asked if she is working with the feds. She did not deny or confirm that she was, but judging by her response, I don't believe that she is, but as I said previously, I would not rule it out. Go back and watch the video and pay attention to when she says we all know who Effie is working with. She hesitated and then puts her head down before she says Braden. She then goes on to say that Noma is her favorite character from this season. I think this is a complete giveaway if you ask me. Currently, I will stand on my predictions on Drew, Kane, and Effie being taken out this season. I could see Kane following Tariq when he meets up with Lauren again, and as Lauren goes back to her safe house, Kane will attempt to take out Lauren until Tariq saves her by shooting and killing Kane. The actor Woody McLean, who played Kane, recently did an interview with a podcast where he was asked if Kane survives this season. The actor Woody McLean begins to laugh and then looks to the side at someone who is telling him not to say anything. I think that was a dead giveaway, no pun intended. Judging from the preview for the finale episode, it looks as though Tariq and Braden are in a shootout with Obi from Noma's organization. I think Tariq will attempt to blackmail Obi in exchange for the info on Noma's daughter, only to find out that it was Effie this entire time. I think the interaction goes left with Tariq killing Obi, and which then leads to a war between Tariq and Noma going into next season. I think Noma will kill Effie after she finds out that Effie was arrested and released, which will probably be the final scene of the finale episode. I think we will finally see the showdown we have all been waiting for this season when Monet meets Noma this episode. I think Monet will take back control of the family business and feel the need to meet Noma face to face. I don't think their encounter will go down like we think. Noma will be a major factor within the Power universe and not just Book 2. I think we will see some kind of connection with Noma and Power Book Force. I would like to give a huge thank you to everyone for all of the support you have given to my channel. We are almost at 5K subscribers in a short period of time, and I cannot express my gratitude enough. Tune into my next video where I will break down what's next for Tariq along with my predictions for next season. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. See you all next time in the universe of Power.